Hi everyone. Hello. Well, I thought it to be quite important to share with you something that was really encouraging and in a way that God spoke to me. So I really wanted to share this because it happens to us in life, and we always get frustrated about what I'm going to talk about in a minute. I'll tell you what it is, and the fact that we are in a position where we feel that we're stagnant and that we're not moving and we're not where we're meant to be. So I was playing Snakes and Ladders, the board game, at work with one of my clients and colleagues. So I'm a support worker and I work with clients that are autistic. So anyway, we were playing Snakes and Ladders, and they had climbed up quite far on the ladder. The game was a long, very long game. So anyway, so you have to roll the dice, and you have numbers from 1 to 100. And for those who don't know Snakes and Ladders, then if you roll the dice and it hits on a number that's got a ladder, then the ladder will take you up. And if you roll a dice and you happen to fall a number that's got a snake, then the snake will bite you. So you have to go all the way down to where the tail is. So which means that in actual fact, you have gone down quite a bit. And sometimes it's probably 2 levels, or sometimes it's quite a bit, and all of that. Anyway, the game was going on for, it was a very long game. For about, the first part was half an hour. We had to stop in the middle because it was time for my client to go and do something else, prepare dinner or something. So we agreed that we will continue the game afterwards. So so during the first part of the game, I mean, they were rolling. They had already got their sixes and started the game and moving, and I hadn't still moved off the board basically. And I remember at some point in the game, my colleague said, "Oh, Zion, not even trying." I said, "Well, I am," and I was so casual about it. At this point, I hadn't actually noticed that God was talking to me, but and there were times where I was like, "Oh," but mostly I was calm and I was okay. And anyway, the second half, we started, and I still, for the first moves, hadn't scored a 6, which would have enabled me to, start moving. And my colleagues, my client, were playing. They'd even got to like 80 and got better and gone down, gone up, gone down. And anyway, I rolled the dice, and then I got a 6 and I got a 3. So moving, I was off the ball. And then rolled, they played, then I rolled, and I think I got another 6 and something. And it landed on I think on my third play, it landed on the longest ladder. Yeah. And that really took me up to, I think, 70 or something. So basically from maybe about 18, 23 or so, I was suddenly up to 70, 80, something. And then on my next go, so basically, I think I needed a 4 or 5. And then I hit that 4 and 5 and I won the game. I had another ladder and it just took me straight up to 100. And I really, really, really heard God talk to me. I remember my colleague saying, "Wow, that's life. That's what happens in life." And I actually thought, oh, God is talking to me. So I remember going in my bed that evening. I was sleeping at work because I had to do a sleep-in. I was doing a sleep-in, not had to do. It is work. I do enjoy it. And in that evening, I was reflecting, and I felt God speak to me and say, "Zion, there are many times that you get frustrated about where you are at the moment in life, about where you would have wanted to be, and how you feel that things are not moving. But I am in control of your life, Zion, and I know when to move you. I know where to place you for you to go and reign and then go higher. So do not be frustrated. Just trust in me. Do not fear. And be still and know that I'm God. You know, and just as, for example, I mean, at the moment, you know, I'm not married yet, yet. And there's so many other things that, you know, that I want, that I want, not necessarily need, but I do want them. And there's some things I want and probably need, you know. So I felt really God talked to me and said, Diane, stop, darling, stop worrying, stop fearing, just have trust and faith in me, yeah? And I know the right time to move you because I'm never late and I'm never too early. And I will move you at the right time, and I'll open doors for you that nobody else can open for you. So don't watch what other people are doing, really. So we watch so many people go, you know, in their careers, in their life, in their marriages, in their whatever they're doing, and then we look at them and we sometimes envious, sometimes we look and we think, what about me, and we're looking into other people's situations. But as my friends and my colleague rather, and my client were playing, they were going and they were being better than going down, and there's nothing wrong with climbing and then falling. No. But I suppose what I'm trying to say is, like, don't watch other people because you don't know what they're going through. Keep your eyes on God, and that's a lesson for me completely, because God spoke to me and that was a word for me, but it's also a word that is for everyone, you know, that is for everyone. So yeah, I really wanted to share it. Trust in God, have faith in God, do not fear. He's never late, nor is he ever early, and he knows the right time to get you going. Okay, then that's me, and yeah, enjoy Snakes and Ladders. Bye.